with with lithium ion batteries, so like energy storage, and like we can store
So
renewable energy on
when
maybe.
did you join Cornell?
So I joined Cornell in the spring semester this year.
2020.
Yeah, 2020 spring semester.
Okay, January 2020. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're gonna graduate end of this year?
Yeah.
So 1 year program?
That's what I'm planning to. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's a 1 year. It's a 1 year program.
Okay. Got it. And let me ask you one question. Why did you decide to come and join Cornell for this 1 year program? What's the reason?
Yeah. So honestly speaking, I didn't want to. So I want to work in kind of like an area. I feel like there's too much research already going on, and like there's already too much research paper, too much content in the research papers out there. But like what we lack is like proper transition between those content in the research paper to like making a market driven product, right? So like a product that actual product that we can engineer and sell, right? So I want to bridge that gap. So I wanted to like get out in the industry, gain some experience, and like.
No, my question is different. My question is, if even if you want to learn anything, I don't think 1 year is more than enough. What you're trying to do. So like, why you were attracted to this program for 1 year? I mean, a normal master's generally is like 2 year where you do some research. I mean, you're talking about that, right? You write thesis
Yeah,
or something.
so I was not like too much into research program. I wanted to like quickly get into the industry, so I found this program like a right fit because it was just 1 year, and
So
plus.
no. My question is different again. Coming back to the point. So the whole idea was, I want to come to US, get a master's, and get quickly to an industry. Is that the whole idea?
Yeah. So I wanted to join the industry after graduation, but so there were not very good opportunities in India, like in terms of pay and like in the work profile also in this renewable energy sector. So
and let me ask you this question,
why,
because you speak about like you have taken loan and all that, right? I think.
Yeah.
So how much did this whole program cost?
The fees of the program itself is like $60,000
for a
for
year.
1 year. For a year, yeah.
So that is the reason I'm asking you this question. Like $60,000 investment looks like a good investment to you at that time.
Yeah, it did look, but not right now though.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate what is happening right now, but
yeah, but because if it wouldn't have turned out like this, I would have like, I don't know, like made out for exact $60,000, but I would have done something good. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, is that you had somebody you knew that did it and was doing okay? Is that the reason you said, okay, this looks like a program where I can get quickly and get it out, find a job, have a good life and all that? That's my point.
Yeah.
So you knew someone who had done it, this program, or you had no idea?
Yeah, exactly. There are like one guy from IIT, like IIT ISM Dhanbad. He did the same program here, and so I talked to a couple of people before joining, like who did this program, and
so they suggested this is a good one to.
Yeah.
And since the school is good, so it looked like a good investment at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because what I'm saying is 1 year is nothing. It looks like they have come up with this. They have spent this new program and just want to make money.
Yeah,
so,
true.
To be honest,
totally, I would totally agree on that.
Because 1 year, you can't learn anything. I mean, as a bachelor's, you don't know anything, and then you just come here and do 1 year. What are you gonna say? You're gonna become an expert? Not possible, right?
Yeah. So I wanted to get into industry as fast as possible, and then I'm like more driven towards like MBA and stuff, and so
let me ask you, what's
like
your
management side?
Right. We will talk about that, but let me ask you again. I'm trying to gauge the situation from your end so that I can advise you. So I'm pretty sure you have applied university. You had applied for jobs and all. You're probably doing it already, right?
Yeah, I've just begun it right now. I'm not doing it actively right now.
I mean, I don't have to say that. It looks pretty bad, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. But what's the so I'm glad you called me this time because I can give you some good advice. Let me ask you this question. You're not able to find a job. What's your plan?
Like, I don't know, because that's not an option right now. Anything like.
No, you can't say I don't know, because that's what I want. I want you to focus more on. See, my job is here to advise you what you should be preparing for. The easiest thing is you can find a job, right? That's the easiest thing. You don't need me then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You need me when you think what could the trouble can happen and how could I save myself with it. Because the reason I say tell you, Puram, is I have spoken quite a good students who have gone back.
Yeah,
And
I saw this similar conversation in your previous video that I
right,
watched few videos.
right. So
Yeah.
my sincere advice to you would be is
Mhm.
I'm still think based on the Cornell brand and things may work out for you.
Yeah.
But what if you should be ready for that?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I. Now, after seeing your videos, it scared me even more. But
No,
so see,
it's
right
not
now
to
I'm
scare.
inter.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
right
to
now
scare
I'm
people.
interning.
Yeah,
Right now I'm interning with a company,
Mhm.
and they've
What they say.
already, yeah, they've already sort of agreed to like for an offer, so
Okay.
full time offer.
No,
So
no. So if that is the case, is that's a good thing.
yeah, yeah.
And make sure to do one thing. Don't make that mistake. Stay on OPT as long as you can.
Yeah,
Don't go for H1 immediately.
yeah.
When I
So
say
actually,
immediate,
they are actually at the startup scale right now. So they're
I
setting
know,
up
I know.
manufacturing. So I don't think they H1B. We don't
They
get
probably have
easily
no
H1.
idea also.
No, no, they have idea. Actually, they are Indians
Okay.
who are.
So what the reason why I say you this thing, to be honest, and it doesn't matter for this company or anybody else,
Yeah, yeah.
because let's say if you are on H1B visa, let's say you apply and you get an H1. So make sure, let's say if you get a job in an established company like Intel, like I mean Micron or Samsung, whatever,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay, get a H1. But if you are working for a startup, my
Mm-hmm.
advice to you would be, unless and until you feel safe that this I'm okay, this is a good job, I can establish myself, you things looks fine,
Mm-hmm.
my advice you to not to go for H1, because if you get laid off,
Mm-hmm.
and it can happen very quickly because the situation right now is very fragile, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You will be out of status. But if you are on OPT, you can still leverage it.
Yeah,
So you can
definitely.
try to find something, yeah, because that can allow you some time, because if you are on H1 or something, I'm not sure how much time you have, you person has like 60 days or something, right? But
Yeah, I
what I'm
guess
saying,
60 days. I guess we have 60 days. Yeah.
yeah, but with OPT I think you can still, let's say you go back to school and work volunteer, and I mean, there are ways to people
Mm-hmm.
with students try to leverage it. OPT seems little easier.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely. Yeah.
Mm. But as far as here's the thing, let me be very honest for you.
Mm.
A couple of things, LinkedIn and all that, everybody's doing it.
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
people who are in this situation, especially who have already graduated in May and graduated in August, are already in panic. The panic is already there, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
you and
I
and
have
you
a
know
friend in the same program right now. He's searching for job. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
graduated this August, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
he's
mean,
still looking for job.
yeah, yeah, no, I mean, it's just not him or anybody else everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in India, same thing, right? So
Mm.
again, same, whatever the situation going on right now, my advice is to buy the time.
Yeah. So one thing I was thinking about was like suppose if I like extend one semester, I suppose if I apply for co-ops, like look for co-ops in the spring semester, spring
But make
2021.
sure you don't end up paying them another $60,000.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So
I don't have that.
if it's possible for you to get a research credit for, I don't know, whatever it needed to be in full-time status, I don't know about that, but if that helps you to get one credit or 1.5 credit that allows you to stay another 6 months, I will do that.
Yeah.
But
So
definitely not.
how likely do you think like co-ops will be available for the spring 2021? Like because I think I can't focus to my like energy on both the sides, like looking for co-ops also and for full time also. Like what do you think would be like I'll have a higher probability?
To be honest with you, I really can't say that. But all I can tell
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
like for example, um, I mean, in US, interns and co-ops are well organized. They come
Hmm.
at a certain time. You have a certain time to finish it, and then you have to leave, right?
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's related to your curriculum.
Hmm.
So again, I can't comment too much on that, but at least for sure keep applying. That's the normal thing anybody will say. But I would definitely advise you to think about what if I'm not able to, because let me tell you what the problem comes. The problem
Hmm.
is like you are not able to find something. The problem is the struggle is gonna you're gonna go through, it's not gonna be worth,
Yeah, definitely.
right?
Yeah,
So
it would be too
make
much of a pain.
yeah, it will be too much, I mean, constant struggle. And I hopefully everything will be fine. Everybody's hoping that. I'm hoping
Hmm.
that too, because tomorrow I don't want to be in trouble in my situation too, because if things go bad, it might hit me too, right?
Yeah.
Anybody would be in trouble, it will be the same situation, but
Yeah,
in
but
your
I have
case,
actually put too much on stake where I shouldn't have, but yeah, nothing can be done
yeah,
about
and
it.
then whatever happened. That's
Hmm.
not your thing. But what I'm saying, what next, how you can do, take care of things, because you don't want to be the person I will be talking in back home and saying that I don't have a job, I have a loan,
Hmm.
right? So my sincere advice would be is worry about that part. What is
Yeah.
my plan? What is my next plan? And it's totally up to you. It's not going to be, I mean, I'm pretty sure that like a lot of students, you want to find a job too, because
Hmm.
master student, everybody comes here for loan, and there are so many. I have no idea, because I didn't came here for loan. I came here on a scholarship. I had no idea like people do pay that much money. So
Yeah,
initially,
yeah,
I was really surprised too, that people. But again, if try to see around, and there are only few things that you can do, to be honest with you. You either have a
yeah.
job, or you can transition into a PhD program.
Yeah, that's what I thought after looking at one of your videos. Like I was
Yeah.
never even considering it, but now I think I can apply it to like a one or two programs maybe
But remember, if you want to go for a PhD program,
in the
there's a
spring,
window. There's a
starting
window
starting from spring semester maybe. Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Oh yeah. Right.
No, no. So, don't do. Yeah, I'm sincerely telling you. You'll see. We have a plan ready,
Hmm.
because you can. I can't predict anything for future. What will happen, and you can't do either, right? All
Yes,
I can tell
yes.
you that what could happen, and the exponential, uh, the problem has become exponential at as of now.
True.
I have never seen anything like that, to be honest, and a lot of time I don't have answer to that, because I'm not. I have seen like 2008, when the housing market crashed. I
Hmm. Yeah.
graduated in 2010, and housing market
Uh,
was nothing like this. And
mhm.
2010 is still there were no jobs. I was not able to find a job after PhD. I
Oh.
had one interview with Exxon. That's it. So what did I do? I went for a postdoc, because still at that mind I have like I want to become a professor or whatever. So I
Hmm.
went to a postdoc and I enjoyed it. And then I went to work for Oak Ridge, and then things turned out to be in a different direction, and now here I'm here. But what I'm saying, things gonna work out for you, but because I had a plan B. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling.
yeah. You're right.
But with master student, they don't have postdoc breathing room. I call it a breathing room. So
Exactly.
postdoc is like a breathing room.
So
So,
I yeah, I don't have any like
no,
no,
as a
no
master's, you don't have much. Only
exactly.
thing
Yeah.
is either
So
you have a job or not.
yeah, exactly. Cannot do anything much because even if I join PhD, there would be like loan building up. Like I wouldn't be able to pay up loan.
I mean, here I did to loan from India or here.
Yeah, from India.
Okay, so again, I cannot assure you that, but I know about Cornell. Cornell, if you are a full-time PhD, they pay you really well.
Oh, getting into Cornell would be like I
No,
don't
no, again, I'm just
I
telling
don't
you.
think so. I can get
Yeah,
into
but
Cornell
if
right
you
now
want to apply,
because I
you're a chemical engineer, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I can suggest you a few places. I can get in touch with you if you want my help, but I cannot completely, I cannot completely assure you, because that's totally up to you. But again,
Yeah, yeah.
I have done that in the past, where the problem really came is the student later than I found the student was not interested. So just be
Yeah,
careful, because
exactly that would put you in like in that place. Yeah,
no, it has happened to me. You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have to say that it has happened to me. But here is the thing:
Hmm.
is it is you who have to understand that. I never encourage a student to go for a PhD, because I have spoken to students and they say, I want to get into PhD program because I have nothing to do. I will be in trouble. I will go back home, or
Hmm.
I can get my green card. I never suggest, that's not my style. I don't
Yeah.
suggest that.
Yeah.
So first thing first, if you want to go for a PhD, um, you should be interested in it. But if you're not, because you came for a different purpose,
Yeah,
and
exactly. So like convincing for a PhD too also would be like difficult after my MH degree. Like,
no, no, it's not. That's, don't worry about too much about that. But my point here is, see, many times students come here, they say, I came here as masters and I cannot find a job. I had this mind, maybe I want to do my PhD. Maybe this is the time. And there was a
mhm.
student actually I spoke about 1.5 months back. He was working at a startup. He lost the job. He was in OPT, and he said, "What should I do?" I said, "Are you? Were you ever thought that you want to do a PhD?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Why don't you mail back your professor?" He did. He's now he joined. He's going to join in August for a PhD program at UCSG. So
Oh,
So
nice.
again, depends on, is that what you want to do? Because still your GRE, TOEFL, everything is good.
Mhm.
So you were able to secure admission. So I'm pretty sure you had a good GRE and TOEFL. So think in that direction. I mean, here's the thing. There is supply demand problem also in US. Many professors are not able to find students. So the price property is the one who master student who are not able to find the job. And I know that because a lot of
Mhm.
professors, my friends who are professors, have contacted me and said, can you tell me a good student? And I said, because we can't ask because we're not able to come and they have projects to finish. So you can use that, as you can
Mm.
utilize that leverage, but you don't have time to start. You can't say, I want to start, maybe I will find a job, because you will be in trouble.
Yeah,
You'll be out of
yeah,
status.
yeah. So I have to like,
And coming back to your student loan point, I know it will be a tough call, but if let's say you're able to get the money, um, as a PhD student, trust me, you will still be able to send
hmm.
the money more than the interest that you have to pay. And it could be possible that I don't know, I can't promise you, but it could be possible that if you're still as a student, they might extend your loan timing, saying that okay, you pay after 2 years or so. And let's say if you're getting 2000 $2500 or something
Hmm.
as a student, I mean, I lived like a cheap life, and every student does it. So you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to live lavish. I mean, those are the best days where you know how to pay, how to live for $500. And if you are able to do that,
yeah,
and if you're able to pay $1000 out of from your scholarship for a student loan, that's more than enough.
yeah.
At least that
Right.
pays the interest, or interest plus little bit principal. So what else you need,
Hmm. Yeah.
right?
So, but
So
yeah,
again, that's what I'm
but
saying,
again,
you don't have choices here.
yeah, but again, yeah, I would have to make decision right now, right?
Because I told you the deadline for spring will be gone, and you don't have an admission secure yet. So it's not
Yeah,
like you have an admission in your hand,
yeah, definitely.
right?
Hmm.
It's not like you have an admission in your hand too. So it's not like, oh, somebody is going to give you an admission if you're going to apply. You have to do the same fight first, right?
True, true.
So yeah, so just see, if you have something in your hand, then you are in a bargain position.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think you are in bargain position. So the best situation is when you have a situation where you can bargain, right?
Hmm.
So if you don't have a bargain, then it's a trouble. So what you can do then, you have to think. But as I said, the good thing about you, let me put it this way, is you have 6 months. You don't have
Yeah,
a, because I have
yeah,
spoken
yeah.
to students. They say I have to leave. I was speaking to one student. They're saying I have to leave in 2 weeks. I said I can't do much now as you're
Oh,
done. So again, as I said, speaking to so many students, I may sound negative, but I want to make sure that you are. See, what happens is there is a thing called, what they say is, when you are in panic, you don't think, you react.
yeah,
I don't want you to react. I want you to think, because right now you can think.
yeah, yeah. Right now is the time. Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's
I
why
want you to think.
that's why I talked to you. Like I wanted some opinion because
Yeah. But as
like
far
some
as your
outside
CV
perspective
is
on my
concerned,
situation.
yeah, no, as far as your CV is concerned, and it's the normal CV like any master student. It's not like I will rate you top 1%,
Yeah,
or I will
definitely. I
rate you.
know
So
that.
it's like one of the CV,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you wanna, that's what I said. 1 year, what are you gonna expect? What are you gonna learn? I mean, what are you gonna add?
Yeah.
Probably you will add more in 4 years in your undergrad, right?
Yeah, yeah. Right, right.
I mean, you can write whatever you want, but I mean, just having a corner name is a good thing. It's not bad. It adds a value. It's a brand. But
Hmm.
can you leverage that brand in this situation?
Yeah,
That
that's
will
what I
be a tough
also
thing.
want to know. Like how would I effectively leverage that? I don't
No, as I said,
like it will work on its own, or like I might have to like, so because I can
no,
contact alumni, that I can do always.
maybe
Like,
alumni are in trouble too. It's not a. I mean, I can tell you, that what's going on with the industry.
okay.
Trust me, it's not a good time to graduate and find a job. I can tell you that
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I heard that line in your one of your
Right.
videos.
And a few things like startup is the worst time. All the startups are tanking down right now. They're just
Mm-hmm.
hanging around, and or they're firing. Mid class business, same thing. There's no money. The companies, like big companies like giant like Intel and Google's and all that,
Mm-hmm.
they might be okay, but they have slowed down too. So for example, and we are talking about product company, right? You are not a,
Mm-hmm.
you can't work for a software company as such. But let's say if you talk a product company like Intel, I have
Yeah.
friends who are managers there. I have juniors who are working, who got who joined in January actually. For those ones, after that, the hiring is freeze now. So what are you gonna do? There's no hiring going on at Intel. It's freeze. So I'm pretty sure that's the same situation everywhere. So people can say I will apply, but the hiring is freezed. So what are you gonna do? So that's my point here. Is this is the real situation. It's a slowdown time. Slow down. That's what it means.
So do you think like it will continue till like December and maybe even more?
I have no idea, dude. But the only thing I
Because
would
they
say, I will keep
because
an
they
eye
are
on the.
because they are like posting the positions on LinkedIn, but then I have heard that they are not moving further. I don't know why they're posting, but that's what I heard from my friend,
Maybe
because he's
HR
also
wants to
like
have his
actively,
job too.
yeah, he's also like actively applying, but then everybody's saying like, yeah, we have a hiring freeze and all, but they are like
The
posting. Yeah,
HR has something to do, right? Otherwise, how
yeah,
are they gonna pay them? So they have to do something. It
yeah.
doesn't
So
mean it's gonna go move on.
so by
I
actually,
mean, what I'm trying to tell you all here is, and this is not like or you don't know. It's a slowdown.
yeah, totally.
So the boom is not there anymore. What you are saying, when the boom will come, and I can give you one answer to that. 2008, the housing market crash. 2010, as an international student, it was not a good time for us. 2 years.
Oh,
So this is just an example, and I can only tell you, or whenever I talk to a student, I can tell them based on what I've seen, because that is the valuable thing, and I will be very honest with you when I tell, so that you can prepare better.
yeah, definitely.
That's it. I can't give you a glorified thing. Oh, you have a very bright resume. Oh, there is this. No, no, I can't do that. I should be. I may sound a little negative, but trust me. Sometimes I get scared too. I know a lot of my friends, after working for industry for 10 years, graduate, they are in verge of losing job. I know that. So
Yeah, so I'm not keeping any long-term goals right now because it's like too much. It's too much
no, to
randomness
be,
here
and the
right now.
other thing,
Yeah,
let me tell you, as a master's student, let me tell you another thing. As a master's student, if you're planning to stay in US, if that's how you came, oh, I'm gonna go and stay in US, get my
no,
green
no,
card, get my citizen, forget
no, no,
that. It's not
no,
gonna
no,
happen.
no. I never thought that.
No, I'm just telling you,
Yeah, yeah,
it's not going to happen.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
you may able to find a job, but you will the other trouble will hit you is immigration, because every year you have to worry about renewing your H1,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
as a
know.
master student you can't get green card.
I know about that situation.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you find
uh,
a citizen girl who can get marry you, so that's a bright situation. But that's totally up to you. I can't advise on that field.
no, I'm already having relationships, so that's a cross mark on that option too.
So yeah, so that's the cross mark to citizenship too.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not dream of citizenship and all. I just
No,
came
no,
here
it's
to
no,
like,
no. It's not about dream. There's a reason why people come here. And
yeah.
trust me, the day you go out, then you realize why that is not important. It is very, very important. So don't say it's not important. It's important. But so I'm telling you the reality.
Okay, I'll tell you my reality. So I was like comfortable in India too. I just like my father wanted to come to US and foreign country and work. So he was like pushing me like, yeah, you go and work. So I was like, yeah, I don't have many renewable energy. I want to work in renewable energy sector and I don't have much here in India.
I
So
mean, here's
I
the
can
thing.
get,
I
I
mean,
can get, so
you have a
I,
master's from Cornell. Try to see if you can find a good job in Reliance or somewhere. That could be an option too.
I had a job in Reliance. I left that.
So
Like,
go back and then
matlab, I means I cancelled that offer. Like, yeah. So
try to connect because I know a couple of people who did that because
yeah, actually, hey, it's not that bad because I have another like some relative who has a company who has also
right.
offered like in India, so it's not that bad.
No, as I said, Puram, I may sound very negative, but trust me, this is the only thing I want you to worry about.
Hmm.
So I think the only option I see, you can keep applying. I can't say that you can find a job and all that. Only can I say the probability of having a job right now is extremely low. You may be one of the best persons who can find it, but the next problem that comes is the immigration,
Hmm. Yeah.
right? So companies are reluctant, and you know the situation, what is going on with immigration. So they are
Yeah.
reluctant.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Second thing, if even if the coronavirus things goes on, best scenario, everything goes out at the end of this year, it takes a time to recover.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna take time for you to find a job. By the time you find, you're out of status, right?
Yeah.
And the third thing is that if you want to go for a PhD option,
Hmm.
okay, if you decide, you have to decide in next 2 months or so, maybe 1 month, because as I said, for spring
Yeah.
anyway there are very less opportunities. So you
Hmm.
have to start talking to a professor, start talking about that. And if you make up that mind, if you say, I would like to do that, if you commit to that, I can help you out. But again, I can't promise.
Hmm.
That's just be aware of that. Yeah, I mean, as I said, this is a big thing, is that you have a loan, so I can understand.
Hmm.